if you would do me a big favor, Nate, go and buy you a safe. Take all of your cash, all of your valuables, and put them in that safe and lock them up. Because if you go and bet on the Jets, you have lost your ever-loving mind.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
Are you ready for another historic season at the bank? It's time to lock in your seats for 2026 by placing your deposit now. Next season will be played at Everbank Stadium, but seating capacity is limited due to in-bowl renovations, and spots are going fast. Don't miss out on your chance to see the season's biggest matchups and highlight real moments by placing your deposit at Jaguars.com/tickets or by calling 904-633-2000. Go Jags!
That boot store can help you dress in style, from casual Western wear for a night out with family and friends to a special meeting that requires a fashion touch with Western flair. From boots to hats, belts to shirts to jeans and a lot more for the smallest of the largest in name brand Western attire, including Carhartt work clothes. Shop that boot store for the whole family. Open Tuesday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday 9 to 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia, 15th Street, Panama City, where God is good all the time.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
I'm gonna make it wet. Say hot tub, rubber dub and hot tub, rubber dub and me. Shaking hot tub.
Yeah.
Will you make me sweat?
Yeah.
Shaking hot tub.
Yeah.
Will you make me wet?
Yeah.
Well.
All right, I watched the movie. Good morning and welcome to a absolutely beautiful. If you got Stevenson air conditioning, you're not any problem right now. Somebody came in here with shorts and a short sleeve T-shirt in 50-degree weather. I'm not going to mention who they are.
Some people are just a little mentally tough than you.
That is correct, sir. You always have been. Always have been. But anyway, you got Stevenson air conditioning. We don't care if it's 50. We don't care if it's 80 because Saturday and Sunday is going to be close to 80, around 80. And then all of a sudden we got a chance of severe weather, a small chance of severe weather. I think it'll go up. I think it's going to hit Sunday or Monday. Then the high, once somebody's saying the low Tuesday's like 30-something degrees on the coast. So get Stevenson air conditioning. If you're not prepared for it, it's not been working very well for you. Your power bill's going through the roof. Do what Jason Kovaleski did. Do what I did, Dr. Chad Mitchell. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They'll come out. They'll service it up. It's going to run better. It's going to save you money in your power bill. It will actually work. Now, you got an old one. You got to get rid of it. Do it now. Don't put it off. Go local. Go with somebody that's not going to try to take every penny out of your pocket. An honest, hardworking man that graduated from Mosley High School. They are wonderful. Family-owned business. Stevenson Air Conditioning. I'm telling you, it's the greatest thing we did. We save money every single month on our power bill. It will pay for itself over a period of time. Jason Koleski will tell you the exact same thing. Speaking of the legendary Jason Koleski, Jason, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. We got spring break coming up. We'll be off all next week. What can we do if we're worried about it's 39 degrees, it's 80 degrees. People get sick. People don't think. They don't watch the news. They walk out not prepared. What can we do to help fight off some of these sickness out here?
Well, we got our immune. We got a full multivitamins that are really good. Our sport formula multivitamins are raw powders. They're cold filtered, so they actually take to the body. A lot of these vitamins are infused, or they've been processed or pasteurized, and they're actually dead, so they're not really worth it. So you can come out and get some free samples. But we have 2 great locations. We're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. We have a free sample bar there and in Body 570, and we're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods. And Saturday, tomorrow, March 14th, is going to be our first ever in Panama City Strongman contest. It's going to be at the Callaway Anytime Fitness. It's sponsored by Max Fit, Beef O'Brady's, Anytime Fitness Callaway. There's going to be food, prizes, green beer. There's going to be drinks. It's going to be a little something for the whole family. So it's going to be a big event for the whole community. So come out to Anytime Fitness in Callaway tomorrow at 2 p.m. And watch the festivities. If you want to sign up, you can go to our Facebook or Instagram page and just scan the QR code, and you can sign up through that. But it is the first strongman contest in Panama City. There's going to be 4 events. There's going to be 2-man teams. So if you're interested in sign up, just go to our Instagram or Facebook page and scan the QR code to sign up.
Yeah, I tell you what, everything down there is natural. Every time you take we talk about this all the time, and look it up. You go look it up yourself. Every time you take a prescription drug, there's side effects. I had lunch yesterday with Ed Strickland. I love Ed. We were down at the legendary J. Michael's restaurant. I had a good time. He looks really good. He's back jogging, looking really good. And he's just turned 80. Yes, 80 years old. And he looks like he's 65. But I'm telling you right now, he had gone to doctors here and taken 6-7 different pills every day. Just was not feeling good. He made an appointment up in Birmingham, went and saw a specialist up there. I know the guy doctor is incredible up in Birmingham, works in hearts. Yeah. Went up there. Guess how many pills he's taking now?
What have they done?
1.
Good.
1 pill. 1 blood thinner.
You know how many people we see that come in that they feel terrible. They're on blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, and we help them get off, and they feel so much better. There's no drug that's not going to have a side effect at this point. I think we've known that. We've been seeing the results for 25 years. I mean, if you talk to more holistic doctors that are involved in nutrition, we've seen the results. And most ailments are caused by food, and the solution is through food and diet.
Yeah, I mean, you have the self-discipline to eat correctly. You will feel better. You will look better. You will lose that weight, and you can become healthy.
That's right.
You're mentally tough, physically tough.
You don't have to eat a bag of M&Ms every day.
With a Dr. Pepper.
I do want to say one thing. Protein prices, if you are interested in buying protein, get it now because they have spiked through the roof. I mean, every company, Nabisco, you got Starbucks, you got all these major corporations putting protein in everything now because they want to market GLP-1 friendly. We're seeing like $10, $15 increases on just 1 jug of protein. So if you want to stock up, I would stock up now. I'm not trying to scare anybody into buying anything, but these prices are going to go through the roof here.
He knows what he's talking about. Go do it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm not happy about it at all. It's going to be something that's going to hurt some of these smaller, nutrition stores, but. They just can't compete with these major corporations that are now putting protein in everything after they tried to kill us for the last 30 years.
All right, I want to talk about something. We had a text yesterday from Ray Hendricks. Ray's a great man. They listen to our show every day. He's got a beautiful wife. I mean, she is beautiful, inside and out. And guess what she does for a living? She's a teacher. Kathy Hendricks. Let me say it again. Kathy Hendricks listens to us every day on the way to work. She's a sweetheart. Good. I hope you have a great spring break, and you certainly deserve it. And thank you so much for listening to us. It's kind of sad that's what you do every morning, but no, we really appreciate Kathy. And Ray Hendricks, thank you guys. Kathy Hendricks, I love these teachers, man. We got a lot of teachers and parents to go to school. They said Leighton loves it. Leighton Lord, I go to Petronas, and they said, Papa, you got to keep doing it. And people, they listen to your show, and they tell me their friends tell you that their family listens to your show. I said, well, good. That's good. So I think that. Anyway, thank you, Kathy. I want to go back to the my roommate in college. His job is a traveling nurse. He makes good money. When there's a strike or when something's going on, they go up and they get paid really well. And the company does this, really likes him. So now he's actually kind of in the management part of it. But when I told him everything I was taking, he says, go look up what you're taking. He deals with the hearts. Now, there's some stuff you got to take. If they say you got to take it, you better take it. But there's other things. He goes, you look up the side effects, you got to weigh it out. He says, I'm not taking that stuff. I deal with the hearts. It might help in this area, but look what it's doing to this part of the body.
There's a use for everything. I mean, the way to use medications is to control something in the short term, but that's not going to reverse the root cause of it. I mean, if you've eaten bad for 30 years and you have high blood pressure, I'm not saying don't go get on blood pressure medication for the short term to get that under control.
Right.
But as you're doing that, you should be changing your diet, talking to the nutritionist, seeing how you can get that down naturally through food and through your diet, and then you can come off the medication.
I agree 100%, Big Daddy. Auburn, we'll talk about, we got Jeff Spiegel today, 8:15. We'll talk about Auburn, 8 o'clock, talk about Bama. But I was hoping they would get a win there. I don't think they're going to get in. I could be wrong.
Just doesn't look good. They were 2-10 down the stretch. So that's a bad look.
Yeah, and honestly, against Mississippi State.
With Miami of Ohio losing, because they're probably going to get in at 32-1 or whatever they are, that probably bumped Auburn out.
Going back to the Mississippi State game, the game they won, I told Andy Siegel, we had Andy on Thursday, we were talking about everything about Auburn, and it just looked like they didn't play hard. It was like, to me, it was like, they didn't even care. And then all of a sudden, they got a spark, and they look a different team in the second half, looked really well. I watched the first half of the Tennessee game. They came out, played well at the beginning, and then
they controlled the game. I think Tennessee went on a 20-0 run.
They had like a 3-on-1. And they didn't even score.
I saw
3-on-1. I said, oh, my God.
They turned it back.
It looked like me, you, and Jim running down trying to score or something. It was sad.
Let me tell you, the Duke-Florida State game was very, very good.
We're going to talk about that 7:30 with Jim Grant. That's his,
that was impressive.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, the Big Ten. What's going on with the Big Ten? I had something about the Big Ten. Oh, what's this about? The Big Ten asked the NCAA to hold off on their... on the tampering penalties and things like that nature. You hear about that?
I did not.
Yeah, something's going on. They want them to hold off, get a better understanding, because now there's no rules. Now there's no what is tampering, what isn't tampering. So the Big Ten is asking us to kind of hold off. Let's hold off and see what's happening. Let's kind of get an understanding what is tampering.
You probably want some more players from y'all. Hold on a second.
Probably see, a guy sitting in class at College A gets contacted by College B. Hey, you want to play for us? That's tampering.
Problem is,
does that help?
Who's going to enforce it? You know,
does that help?
Well, the NCAA, that was good. I think that was excellent. The NCAA is going to have significantly more penalties for this. We'll see what they do to Pete Golding. What are they going to do? They're going to do what they did at Michigan. We're going to let you pick two games you want to sit out.
Right.
Cupcake C, Cupcake B, or whatever.
Give us $30 million, and then you can pick your penalty.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, again, if you got big money, so what?
Oh, yeah, they got off easy. I mean, why wouldn't you cheat at this point? There's no penalty. I mean, all these schools have $30 million laying around.
I keep hearing, too, just rumors that the SEC is really, really considering we're going to break away, we're going to have rules, we're going to get this thing under control. But they can't do that. They can't. We never cheated. We can't do it unless the Big Ten jumps on board. Once those two guys, there's two men that control everything. If they decide to get together, and this is what we're going to do, you're going to see a lot of changes.
SEC having rules, that's like jumbo shrimp. It's an oxymoron. Really?
We got to go back to the old days where things were done legally.
We want to pay them under the table. We want it up front. Everybody needs to know it.
That's my problem, though. Like, you know,
you can say those things.
You break away, and that's
can you prove them?
Absolutely, yes.
We call Ed Ogeron?
Court cases.
No, he can't testify anymore. He's
well, we have court cases.
He's biased. He's biased.
We have court records where LSU was stealing money from cancer patients and paying it to second-string offensive linemen.
The good old days, by gosh.
Did you read it?
Yeah,
those guys one day could get cancer.
And how much money did Albert Means get?
that's
bless their heart.
We're not talking real old news. We're talking now. We're
What about
talking
Julio
the present.
Jones?
Nothing. He didn't get a penny.
Yeah.
Cam Newton.
Nothing.
How much Cam Newton get?
Nothing.
The church got
The
that.
church.
Yeah, the church guy. They passed around the
$250,000.
collection
Let's
plate and
take
came
the-
up to $280,000.
Let's take this call right here. You can
Come
tell
on,
the
man.
Big Ten Buckeye boys are here this morning. Good morning, sir. Mike, what's up, Big Daddy?
Oh, who's going to win the Michigan-Ohio State game today? Oh, I don't care. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk about that.
Good.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
About some balls now, huh?
Yeah.
Woo, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry
Hang up
about
on
Auburn,
him.
but
Hang up.
hey, don't hang up on me. Don't do that. Y'all just pull for Troy State, okay, Auburn? Y'all just pull for Troy.
There you go.
But I tell you, it's not just Miami. I don't know if Miami, Ohio's getting in, but I'll tell you what, Oklahoma, which has 2 former Alabama players
Roll
on it,
Tide.
they might be getting in.
Yeah.
Who? What'd you say?
Roll Tide.
Oh, don't cuss me like that, man. Anyway, I want to echo what Jason's saying. Go see Jason. I take supplements. I'm thinking about ordering some liver cleanse from him. And don't wait till you're my age, which is just a little south of Coach Hale's, and you end up eating roasted Brussels sprouts and drinking Canadian whiskey. Oh, excuse me, whatever.
That breakfast or lunch?
Yes.
Hey, Coach Jim Bob, it doesn't matter, whatever time, it's always good. But that's I mean, he's right about that. You got to eat right. Of course, I don't take, I don't really take dietary advice from a guy sitting at the Krispy Kreme table of the J. Michael studio.
That's James Hale.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. We love him, though. We love him. We can't help
With
it.
peach cobbler. Yeah.
Banana
Oh,
pudding.
you can't have that.
Bread pudding.
Oh, bread pudding.
Let me tell you a Tennessee recipe. You take a honey bun and put it on a flat top griddle, and then you cook it on both sides and press it, take it off, and put 2 scoops of ice cream on it with chocolate sauce.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah, well, you go into a coma shortly after that. But I did eat like that. But, please eat right so you can be around to watch your grandchildren. This is what keeps me alive. I want to see my granddaughter play flag football.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
And
Me too.
she's younger in years. But anyway, that's why we do it. And what do y'all really think about Michigan? I guess you can get Michigan Daddy to tell you, but I'm sure Michigan's going to beat Ohio State today, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Come on.
Ohio State's playing as
Keep
good as
it
they played
real.
all year, but
Let's
Michigan's a
keep
top
it-
3 team in the country.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah, they're definitely. Oh, by the way, and I know Jim I was going to talk about it. I won't steal his thunder, but, man, y'all called it yesterday. Somebody did, I guess it was Jeremy or Tommy or something. They said, watch out, Florida State, and they played well, and kudos to them. But I'm going to get off your line, but there's a lot of Davidson County, Tennessee, that's Nashville, Wilson County, that's Lebanon, and Williamson County, that's Franklin. They're down there right now. But also, y'all watch out when you come up to Nashville now, because last night there was a shooting at 23rd and West End. Well, what is that? That's across from Vanderbilt. Okay?
Ooh, Lordy.
And
right.
and then there was of course, that's unusual actually. But Wednesday night to Thursday morning, there was a carjacking in Coach Manley's old neighborhood. That's not surprising.
Yeah.
But y'all keep your head on a swivel and
buddy.
have a great spring break. I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.
All right, Mike.
Thanks,
Take
Mike.
care, buddy. Appreciate you, sir. Again, the weather. Stevenson Air Conditioning is all we say. Call them. Go local. They'll take care of it. They'll be there anytime, day or night. Stevenson Air Conditioning. If you're in Lynn Haven, get out to Beefo Braves in Lynn Haven. Watch all the SEC tournament going on, ACC, baseball, basketball, you name it. Everything at Beefo Braves Lynn Haven. The food's incredible. Service second to none. Pat Purnell, the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. And then head on down to David Adams. Go see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. They'll deal with you, I guarantee you.
The chaos.
That hurt.
Not sure what that was, but we'll fix that here in a break.
That's okay. That woke me up. Go out there and see them. They'll deal with you. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Friday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. And look for the high to be 70. Tonight, there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 56. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 73. Sunday will have a high of 75 and some sun and very light rain. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
He doesn't try on clothes at the department stores. He just rips stuff off the hanger and lives with the consequences for years.
It's classy, it's intriguing.
He's sexy, sassy, and full of spunk.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Spring break starts today. I guess the kids are still in school today, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then they'll be out all next week. So be careful driving around town next week. Everybody be out and having a good time. A lot of people in town for spring break. Everybody listens that drive down here cares about sports. They find that local ESPN station, listen to it. So make sure all you great people out there get to J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, ice cold beer. Today's special at J. Michael's, crisp fish, grilled fish over a bed of rice, special sauce, peppers, onions, rye. It's really, really awesome. And it's healthy for you. Go check it out at the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant today. You can get that actually every day, but that is a special today. You know, this guy was blessed. He's highly intelligent, graduated from LSU. I mean, he's blessed for that. His looks, he's extremely handsome. Personality is second to none. A lot of people say he was born on third base.
You talking about Coach O?
No, I'm not.
Go Tigers.
This guy is incredible. What a coach. What a man. Again, men fear him. Women love him. The one and only, the legendary Coach Brian Norman. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Man, I'm wonderful after that introduction.
Well, I'm read everything you text me.
Was any of that true?
Yeah. All of it's true, man. I mean, every bit of it. He is a good looking. He's got an unbelievable personality. I can't say enough good things about you, really.
Coach Norman, I haven't seen you in a while. Are you still rocking the beard, or are you going without the beard? You look like Captain Ahab, or what, man?
Man, I've got the beard is in full effect right now.
All right.
Hell, there's even talk of Trump's the new Iran. Straighten out that place. You can do anything.
I'm down for it. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, really, tell everybody what your degree is in LSU. What did you get your degree in? Listen to this. Go ahead.
Degrees in kinesiology. I had an emphasis on cardiac rehab. So that was my goal of college, was to do some cardiac rehab. But then the coaching bug bit me, and I wanted to do some coaching, and the rest is history.
He's highly intelligent. He went into high school coaching because he wanted to make big money.
Yeah, big money.
Big money.
Big money.
That was smart. That was good. All right, let's get into, all kidding aside, let's get into baseball. Well, that's not kidding. We really do think you're great. But let's get into baseball, man. You know, we were kind of worried. Patton, the legend, is gone. We replace him with another legend, and look what you've done. You know, it hadn't slowed down a bit. Those guys are still just cranking it out there. Brag on those kids. Tell us what's happened since the last time we talked to you guys over at Bozeman.
So, I've got a great group of kids. We've had a pretty good week. It started off Monday. We played Knoxville West over at Public Sports Complex. Blake Waite started the game for us. He threw an absolute gem. He threw 7 innings, gave up 1 hit. He only threw 74 pitches in 7 innings. 52 of those were strikes. He had 1 walk, 6 Ks, and again gave up 1 hit. But we committed 2 errors in the first inning that cost us a run, and we ended up losing that game 1-0. We had 7 hits, but we just couldn't string anything together where we could scratch some runs across the plate. So we lost that game 1-0. But and the loss overshadows what Blake did. But Blake was, he was phenomenal. One of the best pitching performances I've seen in a long time. Then Wednesday, we traveled to Wakulla. Wakulla had beat us earlier in the season, so we were out looking for revenge. And, man, I tell you, that was the best game my team has played so far this year. The bats really came alive. Alex Goodwin went 3 for 4. He had 2 doubles and a single. Gavin Griswold, he's a sophomore that's our starting left fielder. His bat has really come alive lately. He went 3 for 3 with 3 singles and 1 RBI. He also had a diving catch in the outfield, and he had a great play on the bases. He went 1st to 3rd on a steal that ended up sparking us. We were down at the time, and he provided a big spark for us, and we ended up winning that game 4-2, which was a big win for us. And then last night was a good night. We went over to Destin, and let's see, in Destin, we had Braden White on the mound. He actually came in and released 2 full innings, 1 walk, 7 Ks. We had 10 hits on the night, and 4 of our hits were home runs. So we had 4 home runs last night. Gavin Griswold hit 1, Lane Hathaway hit 1, Zach Flitcraft hit 1, and Cash Zirkle. All 4 had home runs last night. So last night was a good night. We had a really good time. We ended up beating Destin 10-5. So we're 2-1 on the week, feeling pretty good about ourselves, and kids are playing really good. We got a lot of kids that are hitting the ball really well. Austin Goodwin, we have the Goodwin twins. I told you about Alex's performance over at Wakulla. Austin continues to just be somebody who's very consistent. Sawyer Purdy's doing a great job for us. My lineup, top to bottom, all 9 guys can hit. There's not a weak spot in our lineup, and some of the guys that struggled early on are really starting to light it up, and it's fun to watch right now.
Coach, let me ask you about because I've never been a baseball coach. I always did track in high school, and then coach. I was wondering about how do you schedule these teams on their spring break when they come down here? Do you just schedule them blind? You don't have any idea they're good or bad? They could be state champs. They could be not very good. How do you know what you're getting into when you schedule those teams from from Tennessee, Kentucky, wherever they're coming from? How does that work?
It's tough. That game was scheduled through Prospect U. It's an organization that does some helps players get recruited, and they put on tournaments. And they called me up and asked me if we wanted to play. So I needed the games at the time, so I said, yeah, let's go ahead and play. But when that Knoxville team comes down, they had only played 3 games already in the season, so their season starts much later than ours. We knew absolutely nothing about them.
Right.
So that does make it tough. We couldn't even get a scouting report from another coach or anything like that, so we were going in there totally blind.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But, it's something that it helps us get better as coaches and players to have to face something like that.
Let me ask you something. What's your philosophy in coaching baseball? If you got a game won, are you pretty conservative, or are you aggressive? You like run the bases? I know you want to win the game. You do whatever you got to do to win the game. But overall, in general, what do you think? Are you real aggressive? You kind of play it safe, or what?
We're pretty aggressive on the bases almost all the time, regardless of the score. Now, if something's out of hand, we'll back off a little bit. But in high school baseball, it's tough because you can blow a 4-run lead in a heartbeat. And so we tend to keep our foot on the gas at all times. We have a lot of team speed. That's one of our strengths, is our team speed. So we put a lot of pressure on defense on the bases at all times.
All right. Well, hey, like this spring break, how you going to handle everything this coming up week for us, practice, games, and all that kind of stuff? Are you going to give them any time off at all?
No, so we're leaving Sunday morning. We're loading up the vans and heading to Lakeland. We've got a tournament at Santa Fe Catholic High School starting Monday. So we play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday we play Lake Wales High School.
Wow, yeah.
The Highlanders, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And Tuesday and Wednesday's games depends on if we win and who wins in the bracket. So we're not sure who we're going to face those days. But we're taking the team down there. We're going to have fun. We're going to play some really good baseball while we're down there and just make a really good trip out of it.
What do you hear about Lake Wales? I mean, in the 80s, they were really good in baseball. I don't know. I hadn't kept up with them. Are they still pretty good in baseball? You heard anything?
To be honest with you, I haven't done any scouting on them yet. That's what I'm doing today. I've been so worried trying to prepare for Wakulla and Destin and stuff that I haven't had the chance to look at Lake Wales, but that's what I'm going to be doing today.
Yeah. Home of Pat Borders, MVP of the World Series for the Blue Jays.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I want to give a shout out to our girls softball team also while I'm on here. You know, they're 9-3 right now. Brittany, they're doing a fabulous job over there. They're great people, even though they're Arkansas fans. Andy listens to your show daily. I don't know why, but he does.
Oh, he's highly intelligent. Thank you, Andy.
But, yeah, they're doing great out there also. So I just wanted to give them a shout-out.
Awesome, man. We got to get them on. We got to get them on here.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, good luck to you. Be safe. Take care of those players, and I hope you win all these games. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks from today, okay?
All right, Coach. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, buddy. Coach Brian Norman does an incredible. What a great man. Great guy. No doubt about that. Just like Turf Pro Pest Control. Patrick's a great man. Patrick, he make that yard like a golf course. He knows what he's doing. They'll come out. Just give them a call. They'll come out. They'll look at the situation, come up with a game plan. They execute it. They score every time. They are the best. Turf Pro Pest Control. Got bugs in the house. Got spiders trying to bite you. You got your yard been eaten up with bugs. They won't anymore. Turf Pro Pest Control will take care of the problems. They are number one. Just like Kyle Vandergrift. The Vandergrift family, unbelievable. Legendary family here. Kyle does a great job with TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. It's not just about the roofing. They can build a school. They can do anything. They can build anything. They can design it. They can build it commercial, residential. They can do it all. We'll hear Kyle about 2 weeks from today. Steve's Bike Shop. You want a great bike. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. Dr. Chad Mitchell said, if you got a heart issue, got joint pain, hip pains, whatever, get to one of these electrical bikes. Get your exercise. Go out as far as you can. You need help getting back, you turn on the juice, and there you go. They're really priced right here in Bay County. I was in Birmingham, looked at a bunch of them up there. I couldn't believe what they cost. Here, Steve does a great job. He didn't try to take every penny out of your pocket. They've been in business since 1979. That's probably why, because he's an honest, fair, good, hardworking man. He coaches the swim team at Mosley High School. Get out to Steve's Bike Shop. You'll be glad you did. You got a grandson, birthday's coming up. Go get them a bike. Where? Steve's Bike Shop. Where are they located, Jason?
Across from Sam's on 23rd Street.
We'll be right back with Jim Bob, Jason Kovaleski, Big James, 104.3, ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back FSU.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
They want Mike McCarthy to figure out what Mike Tomlin could not post Ben Roethlisberger, which is who's going to be the quarterback that can consistently elevate the talent base and put our team in position to contend for titles year in, year out. Mike McCarthy is going to find the answer to that question.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Get ready to connect. ESPN Northwest Florida is proud to welcome and feature the newest additions to our Panama City Beach Chamber family.
Welcome to the Beach Chamber. Board Silly renovations, exact window tinting, new creations, surface repair, RC Telemed, The Mom NP, and Nick Yarborough, live music.
Step in, grow, and connect with the community that celebrates your achievements.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, reaching Bay County and beyond.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! I don't think I had that timed up well. You know that Ben our FSU update is brought to you by Miss Charlotte and John. It's brought to you by Newbies. You got 4 wonderful locations to choose from. St. Andrews, big beautiful blue facility there if you don't want to come to Panama City Beach. And everybody here on spring break is going to be at Newbies, the mothership. Sooner or later, they're all going to be there before the night's over. Get to Newbies 2 on the curb, watch all sporting events. You'll be glad you did. Then head on down the mothership. Charlotte's got the best entertainment set up for you, not just on the weekends, but all during spring break. Go have a great time at Miss Newbies. Tell them Coach sent you. And Charlotte, let me announce that Mosley's 50-year reunion will be coming up. I got to find it. Give me 1 second, Jim Bob, and I'll let you get on to the Florida State update. I got to go over this real quick. They're going to have their 50-year reunion. They graduated in 1976, Mosley High School, and I should have this thing right in front of me before I start running my mouth.
You would think.
Anyway.
That would make sense. But
here we go. All right, if you went to Mosley High School, graduated in 1976, the reunion, all the festivity, all the fun starts September 25th, 26th, 2026. Look on Facebook for scheduled events. Mosley's Class 76 50th reunion. Look it up. They got a lot of great things planned out. 50 years. Jim Bob, what has it been 51 for you?
I had my 50th reunion a couple years ago.
A couple years. Okay. All right. What do you got for us today on Florida State?
Well, we're going to start with baseball. They're 13-3 in the season. They played the Gators for the first time. Won the first of 3 times they're going to play. Went over to Gainesville and they lost 6-3. But the thing that was interesting, games are 9 innings long, 3 outs. That's 27 outs. Well, Florida State made it easy. They struck out 18 times. When I first saw them, we're like, what? They struck out 18 times? And knowing that, I'm surprised they kept it as close as they did.
Right.
6-3, but they lost. They struck out 18 times. That's kind of a outlier, I would think. I don't think you'd see that kind of thing from Florida State. But today, tomorrow, Sunday, they've got Wake Forest. And Wake Forest is pretty good in baseball at Wake Forest. So they got their work cut out for them. They're 13-3 now. Softball beat South Alabama on Wednesday, as you would expect. They've got a 3-game thing, just like baseball does, against Syracuse, but they're at home. But the thing I want to talk about the most is about men's basketball. All year we've been talking about, they're kind of in the treading water, around 500. They're okay. If they play better, then maybe they'll do something. Well, they turned it around pretty much at the end of the year, and they got to the point where they were 18-4 or 17-14. They played California, the Cal Golden Bears on Wednesday. Yeah. Beat them by 6. And I was joking, kind of like Ohio State's thing for beating Iowa. Now they get to play Michigan. Same thing here. You beat somebody, then you got to go play Duke. So they played Duke really well. When I turned it on, I didn't see it from the very beginning. When I turned it on, they were ahead at halftime. They got it up to 8. I'm talking about Florida State was ahead of Duke by 8 in the second half. I was like, God, dog, they might do this, man. They could do this. And I know people are going to say, yeah, but Duke didn't have their point guard. I don't care. They're still Duke.
Yeah,
okay.
They still got 2 All-Americans
They're
that are
Duke,
playing. They got Cameron Boozer, the Player of the Year.
Right. They're outstanding team. So, Duke came back on them. And I think, I'll be honest, I think I went to the restroom. I come back and say, oh, my God, it's a 1-point game.
Yeah.
And then they got it back. Boozer comes down at the end. They block his shot. I couldn't believe that. Blocked the shot. Florida State gets the ball. They're out of timeout. They got to get a shot off. They're down by 1. Went down, took a kind of not a bad 3, but wasn't like his feet were set or anything.
Right. It was a desperation
shot, and they missed it. So Florida State lost by 1, 80-79. Now, here's the thing. I'm from Ohio. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. I played at Akron. I'm an Akron fan. Akron's in the MAC. They're 27-5. They'll probably win that conference, either that or Miami. Miami, wow, 31-1. So here's the thing. Somebody like an Akron may get in by winning the MAC, and then you got somebody like Florida State who's playing in the ACC, playing Duke and all the people you got to put Virginia and North Carolina and all them may not get in. So Florida State's record now is 18-15. I don't know that they're going to get in. I really don't. Do they deserve to get in? Absolutely. So here's my thing. Like we talk about this in football more than basketball. So you're going to tell me that there are 68 teams better than Florida State in basketball?
No.
I don't think so. That's just me.
Not the way they played the second half of the year. I think they went like 9-2 in the last 11. Lost to Duke. They beat Miami. They beat some top teams.
Aren't you supposed to reward progress and getting better?
Development, yes.
The problem is,
I would think so.
The ACC wasn't as good this year, so they didn't have as many quad 1 wins. And I hate the way they do all these.
Yeah, I'm not real sure quad 1.
But they got so they're ACC. They got to be better than some of these jump leagues around here.
Yeah, I agree completely.
I mean, if you want to go on what they are as a team today, I think they'd be in. I mean, the way they played Duke was not a fluke. If you've watched them play over the last month, they have some talented players. They've been defending well. The coach has gotten them to come together. I mean, if you look at some of the shots they were hitting last night, they were hitting those threes that looked like desperation threes. They were hitting pullback threes, and I mean, they were defending well. I mean, you just don't play Duke within one, especially this year, without being a really good basketball team. And they've turned into a really good basketball team. I just think the first half of the season is going to come back to bite them because there's a lot of bubble teams right now.
Yeah, I hope not. And then you're going to get the inevitable Florida State thing. Well, they screwed us with football a couple years ago, kept us out. Now they're going to keep us out in this too. Bill Allen. You know you're going to hear that if that happens.
Well, I'm like with you though. You can't tell me they're better than even the champion, the Sun Belt, Mountain West. Come on.
Oh, I agree.
Come on.
You're preaching to the choir. And like I said, I've seen Akron, and they're very good. But they're 27-5. Their record's outstanding. They haven't won that league yet, but they're probably going to get a good chance to win. Or Miami, who lost 31-1. Let's say they would have gone undefeated. Do you mean to tell me that Miami of Ohio is better than Florida State? I don't buy it.
Not at the end of the year.
I just don't.
Miami of Ohio had played 0 quad 1 teams, and quad 1 means they're top 30, or you're playing a team at top 40 on the road or top 30 at home. So they rank each team, and I hate to do it. It's kind of like a Max Preps high school deal where it's based on the strength of schedule and who you beat, where you beat them. So Miami High is going to get in. They're not going to leave out a 31-0 regular season team.
Right, I don't think so.
And I don't think their schedule deserves it. But if you win 31 games, I think you're going to get in. Yeah. And that's stealing a bid from either Florida State, Auburn, maybe Texas. So those teams are going to be sweating it out on Selection Sunday.
And Auburn played one of the toughest schedules in the country, but they didn't look that good at the end of the year.
No, and they lost some bad games. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. So they're going to be sweating it. I don't see Auburn getting in. They were out before they lost to Tennessee. They had that game won. Tennessee just went on a 20-0 run. So, but I agree with Florida State. I thought they were one of the most improved teams over the year. I thought they were one of the better teams at the end of the year. They got a lot of talent, to be honest. Yeah, it just took a while to gel.
When I watched them yesterday, it's like, man, they got some talent here, man. They got some players.
They're long.
These guys are big,
athletic.
Man.
They can shoot. I mean, they defended really well. I mean,
that's what I was want to tell you about. Lorraine and Ben Johnson were there. Ben just retired. Great people, wonderful people. They go to all the games. And usually they sit right beside the bench. Lorraine sometimes sit in the players' laps. I don't know. But they're at all the games, big fans, travel home and away, and they were having a great time. They had video when the team was walking out of the hotel going to the game. Everybody cheering for the kids and all that kind of real cool stuff.
Well, despite the score, I think Florida State fans can be really happy about the direction of the basketball program now that they've seen the coach turn this thing around at the second half of the year. Because first half of the year, let's be honest, it looked a little rough, so it took us a little bit for them to gel. But he's a young coach. He went to Florida State, so they got a guy that can build something up for the future and somebody that's going to be there for a long time.
All right, let's take the next step, because there's always, we joked about it with the football playoffs for Port St. Joe's. There's the NIT version there's a really NIT in basketball, in college basketball, the National Invitation Tournament, which back in the day, 70, 80 years, what was the tournament. It's kind of like for the Florida States of the world, Do you think, and then the players, I'm not going to play, they kind of take the football route, I'm not going to play, I'm going to get ready for the league or whatever. So if they get invited to NIT, do you think all the players at Florida State would be up for that one?
This one's tough. I think the NIT is about to die because it costs these schools money to participate in them with travel, with everything else. And your team's not going to be the same next year as it is right now because of the transfer portal and NIL. So every year now you're resetting your roster. So it's not like
I hate it for that.
Yeah. You're not getting a head start by getting guys on the bench experience because those guys aren't even going to be there next year. So Auburn, Texas, if they don't make it in, Florida State, most of these teams are going to opt out of the NIT.
Yeah. I heard something watching the Ohio State game yesterday. Their leading scorer in the history, his name is Bruce Thornton. He's a guard. He's one of 22 seniors in all of college, 22 that played at the same school for all 4 years. He played as a senior.
Wow.
22.
Yeah.
And how many
300 and some D1 schools.
There's 300 some schools that play college basketball in D1. So when I heard that, it's like, what?
Yeah.
One of 22? So that just tells you
about 15, 18 players on team.
Yeah.
Probably 12 to 14, something like that.
Yeah. Let's say 15 is an easy number. So
times 300, that's 4,500 kids at the very least.
22.
Only 22 have played all 4 years at one school.
At the same school.
In this graduating cycle or whatever you want to call it.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's real, Chris. That tells you about the turnover you were just talking about.
All right, we got to give a shout out to a legend. He truly is a legend. I love the man. He is one of the most. He is a father figure, big brother figure. He is a great man. If you ever worked with him or knew him, Tommy Santamont, his birthday is today. So if you see Tommy anywhere out there, say happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
He's 53 this year?
I think he's 50. He's 50. Anyway, what a man. He's in great shape, too, buddy. He's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah.
The legendary. He's in the State Hall of Fame. They never even gave him a plaque or mentioned his name here. And it's sad the way they treat people in this county. Tommy Salmon, everything he's done, county AD for 20-something years.
He should be the first guy in the Hall of Fame.
You can throw a purse at somebody, they'll name a building after you, but you do these great things he did his whole life. And the state of Florida recognized him, but not Bay County. Unbelievable. That's kind of sad in my opinion. But happy birthday, Tommy Santamont. Let's talk about some of our other great, unbelievable sponsors we have. Love all of them. Jason Kovalevsky's right here. Does an incredible job. Cox Pools. You want a pool, it's Cox Pools. The best of the best, Cox Pools. Richard's a great man. Great businessman. His pools are the best anywhere. Cox Pools, #1. Also pumped about Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach Parkway. You talking about a great place to have birthday parties, to have a get-together. Before a basketball game, before a baseball game, football, whatever's going on at Arnold High School, you're right there in Panama City Beach Parkway. Go have a dinner before and after. Get a drink after. All you military personnel, Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach Parkway. Guess what? On Mondays, 10% off. House wines every day. No, I'm sorry. House margaritas, which are huge and outstanding. Buy one, get one free. Same thing for draft beer. Now, the one over in town, we all know about it. Just tell them Coach sent you in there. Great food, great atmosphere. Pepper's Mexican Grill. We'll be right back. 104.3. Who's the best coach in the SEC? This Scott Irwin had a different look on a different take. We'll talk about that when we get back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is taking it to the hole. Your home for the most live college basketball in the Gulf Coast. The ACC, SEC, and the biggest games in the country. Plus the official station of March Madness.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
Hear every slam dunk in ultra-high fidelity right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Friday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. And look for the high to be 70. Tonight, there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 56. Mostly sunny tomorrow with the high of 73. Sunday will have a high of 75 and some sun and very light rain. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief, from medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. Thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
Now that's the spicier food demo!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. On an absolutely beautiful, cool Friday. It's going to warm up to about 69 degrees, I think, here on Panama City Beach. All you spring breakers, have a great time. And remember, no alcohol on the beach. Even locals cannot. I thought, can locals do it? No, it makes sen's.
All right, wait, let's let can Glenn Manley do it?
Glenn does whatever he wants.
Yeah, he carries his gun around. He can do whatever he wants.
So Glenn's packing.
Glenn can do whatever. He does whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. Man, you know what he did, though? Donna showed up. We had a big table. Everybody was there. No, I take it back. He paid for my salad. He paid for Brian. Brian eats a lot, whatever he got. And then he's himself. Phil didn't eat. Phil thought he might have stuck with Bill. Said, "I'm not hungry." Anyway, so
he knows you well.
Yeah. So Phil knows how to save money. Believe me.
Yeah.
But anyway, Glenn picked up the whole bill. Bless his heart.
Nice.
Yeah. But it was at J. Michael's, so you know they don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. The legendary J. Michael's restaurant, Thomas Drive. Let's get into. I want you guys to really think it before you just give us the.
Oh my gosh!
Professional.
Nick Saban,
answer.
Bear Bryant. Oh.
No. This is the SEC 2026 going into the season. Scott Irwin came up with his list and gave reasons why. He thinks, and I do too, the number one coach in the SEC is Kirby Smart. Let me get on his list and we'll come back. I want you to decide, are they right, are they wrong, and what's your list? George is Kirby Smart, the national championship, the SEC championships, the way he develops players, the way he pushes players. Go watch his practice. You can hear him from across campus on the microphone. And if you don't like strong language, you might not. Yeah. You might want to roll your windows up. But he is the number one coach. I argue he's the number one coach in the country. Number two, this is surprising. Number two best coach in the SEC, Lane Kiffin, LSU. Look what he did at Ole Miss. You got to give the man credit what he did at Ole Miss. How he did it, whatever he did it. He goes into Alabama's offense coordinator, completely changed that offense, wide, spread open, and did great things there. Love him or hate him, this guy they think is the second best coach in this. And they spent $40 million in this roster. They're going to be good next year.
Make you a good coach right there.
Yes. Number three, and you brought this up several times. I thought maybe it'd be number two. we're going to find out week 2 of the season how he's going to survive. I think he really needs to win this game. But we're talking about Texas, Coach Stark. They got Ohio State as a non-conference game. It cost them. I got to give them credit. They scheduled the game knowing this could be a 50-50 chance to win the ball game up at Columbus. Now Ohio State's coming back to Austin to return the favor. But if he'd have played at Southern Mississippi like other teams do, they really would have been in the playoffs. And who knows what would happen? They were hot at the end. It's who's healthy and hot at the end of the year that's going to win it all. But they got him at number 3. At number 4, and I agree with this, he does more with less. The Coach Lee at Vandy. He beat DeBoer. Let me tell you again. He beat Alabama. DeBoer was number 5 at Alabama. That's your top 5 coaches. I kind of agree with him. Except, I don't know. At one time I was going to put Stark at 2nd, but then I think you look at Lane Kiffin, what he's done. I see where this guy's coming from. Jason, we'll start with you. You don't have any. You don't care less about who's ranked in the SEC. What do you think? You're a Big Ten guy. If you were going to rank these top 5 coaches, who would they be? Or I thought they screwed up. I thought about the guy Elko at Texas A&M. I think I'd have him in the top 5, maybe to bore out.
This was kind of tough because some of these coaches have struggled a little bit here recently. Sarkisian has the best roster in all the SEC, and he really hasn't won anything with it. So, in his overall records around 500 when you gather up USC and everywhere he's been. So, I don't think he's a bad coach, but I also don't think he's gotten over the hump and gotten into that elite level. Kirby Smart's clearly the number 1. He's won 2 national titles. That one's not hard. I don't have a problem putting Lane Kiffin there because Ole Miss is definitely a harder job to win at than Texas or Georgia or Alabama. So having him at 2 doesn't really bother me. Sarkisian's got to be in the top 5 just because of the success they've had at Texas. Recruiting is part of coaching, and they recruit just as good as anybody. They probably have the best roster in all of college football this year. Then it gets kind of dicey after that. I'm not a big fan of Clark Lee. He hasn't won anything outside of when Diego Pavia was there. Now, he's done a great job at Vanderbilt. That's a tougher place to win. So I just got to see more from him. I would probably have Elko at 5. That's the only one I would kind of switch out or have an argument with.
Go DeBoer out.
No, not DeBoer. I would still have DeBoer in there. DeBoer's won at a lot of places. He's established at other places. I probably would have had Clark Lee out of there and had DeBoer at 4 and Elko at 5.
Okay, Jim.
I tell you the one that surprised me that he's not in here because you have personally talked about how they've rode this train for a long time, and that's Eli Drinkwitz at Missouri.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm with you about Clark Lee. Yeah, Vanderbilt's a great story. They're a great story because they were sorry for so long.
Yeah.
It's just like Indiana in the Big Ten. The reason why it's such an unbelievable story, unless you're a Big Ten fan, Indiana was horrible forever. And the guy comes in 2 years, they're national champs.
That's unbelievable.
It's kind of like the same thing with that smaller scale Vanderbilt. I mean, they were pitiful. They were everybody's homecoming. They had a float. For everybody's homecoming parade, they'd go and bring their own float. I mean, they're terrible. And then he does a great job with Pavia, Mr. 5'7". All right, now when he's gone, I'm like you. What are they going to do now?
Yeah.
This is going to determine whether he can really coach or not, because Pavia is a great player. But
his first 2 seasons there, he was like 6-14 or something.
Yeah.
Before Pavia got there. So.
And I'm surprised that Drinkwitz isn't in there because all the media types seem to love Missouri and Eli Drinkwitz. I mean, look all the jobs that he was supposedly up for. Penn State, Florida, this, that, and the other. Elko, kind of the same. I don't know. They are I'm not a big A&M fan. We always hear this. This is the year for A&M. They got 700 trillion people come to their games, and you know what? They got beat by Miami at home. Okay, so having a big stadium with a lot of people doesn't guarantee you win it. It just doesn't. But he's good. He does a good job.
But
he hasn't been there very long.
I'm also interested in what Summerall's going to do at Florida. I think that's a really good fit. I really like him when I hear him talk and see what he can do. And then the Auburn coach, to me, is going to be really good.
I think
Florida getting Georgia Tech's offensive coordinator was a huge success for them to get him because he's done a lot of things different. And I know people see the offense he ran with Haynes King, but he's developed some different offenses to fit the personnel that he has. So I think that was a huge win for Florida, and I expect them to be really really good next year.
So I go with Elko in the top 5.
Yeah, you got to. He's in the playoffs.
I would take DeBoer out and put Elko in there. Because look what he did at Duke, and this is his second year at A&M. He got him in the playoffs. How many people got in the playoffs before that? Nobody.
I still think DeBoer is going to be one of those top coaches. I think with the offensive line coach coming in, I think they can fix some things. It may not work in the SEC. I like a team that likes to run the football, be physical, and we haven't seen that from him yet. But I think he's one of those guys, just kind of like Ryan Day early in his career, that will evolve, develop, and learn from some of the things that
I think he's a good coach. I do. He's a great coach. But I don't think he's a Kirby Smart. No. I don't think he's Lane Kiffin. I think Stark's better.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're
at least
close.
They try to have a balanced offense.
They try, but they do
when's
some
the last
really
time? When's the last time Texas just been embarrassed? Last 2 years, been embarrassed.
Well, they tried to lose to Kentucky in overtime last year. That wasn't a good look.
Yeah,
but they won. Did they win?
In overtime.
Did Alabama?
If that had been Alabama, you'd have been all over them. They suck. They can't win. Beat at Kentucky in overtime.
Thank you. That's what I'm doing now. I just watched them in that bowl game against against Michigan. And nobody played for Michigan. Their best players didn't even play in the game. I watched how embarrassing it was in the SEC championship game. It's like they didn't even practice.
Yeah.
So
that was not good.
Maybe I'm being too critical. We'll ask Jess Spiegel when we get back. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
One of the best performances this year by Tua was Miami Dolphins at Atlanta Falcons when Tua walked into that building and torched them. 205 yards, 4 touchdown passes. So the Falcons saw what he could do in that building. Miami, as we know, nice weather outside. How's the weather inside the Georgia Dome? Perfect. Right.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 11 to 2. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Friday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. And look for the high to be 70. Tonight, there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 56. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 73. Sunday will have a high of 75 and some sun and very light rain. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards, and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
WGSX Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
I'd like to introduce.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
Milk was a bad choice.
If I could just have your attention.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
If anyone wants to switch jobs, let me know.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
I have many leather-bound books.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
South Carolina's coach. Roll Tide. Roll. Yeah, Will Muschamp. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Number one at what they do. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panama, Florida. That is Jason. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. The most honest, hardworking people in the business. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did. I know Jason is. I know I am. They are incredible. Do we have that living legend on yet? We have got this man. I can't say enough good things about him. He's not only good looking, he's highly intelligent. He's been covering the SEC since 1983. Oh, my God. Miss Terry, Nick, love him. Everybody does up in the country. If you ever watch the 30 for 30s, you ever watch the SEC Network, you'll either see that beautiful face or you'll hear that voice, because every time there's some kind of special, they get his input. And that's the reason he's on this unbelievable nationally show, is because he has a
Talking
voice.
to you.
Yes, that's the reason. Let's bring on Jeff Spiegel. Jeff, how are you doing, sir?
Good, Coach. How are you doing?
We are outstanding. It's a Friday. We're going to be off next week with spring break. We're taking it with everybody else. All of our sponsors are taking off. And I need to rest my voice. You know, I need to take some time off. Anyway.
Yeah.
You
need to take care of yourself.
I do. I'm getting old, man. I got a birthday coming up Monday. I'll be 50. So I got to work on, taking care of the body. Hey, let me ask you something.
A day over 30.
Thank you, sir. Let me ask you something. We were having a discussion. I don't know if you know Scott Irwin. They did an article about the top 5 coaches in the SEC, and you might get mad at me. And I just an opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I am. But the top 5 coaches, this is what his choices were. Kirby Smart, I agree with that, number 1. Lane Kiffin, look what he did at Ole Miss. Look what he's done at Alabama when he changed the entire offense. He was number 2. Stark was number 3 at Texas. Number 4, Lee at Vandy, and then Coach DeBoer at Alabama. Well, I kicked DeBoer out of the top 5 and I put Elko in there. Look what he did. Look at Duke. Look what he did. He got Texas A&M in the playoffs in year 2, and they were asking me about DeBoer. I said, I think he's a really good coach. I do. I hope he does well, but I just see the embarrassment of the SEC championship game, and then the way we looked against Oregon. Of course, Oregon made a lot of people look that way.
I mean, Indiana.
Indiana. They made Oregon look that way too. But
and against Michigan,
and the Michigan, the bowl game, not prepared. Just the thing, and the players kicking the ball, not coming off the field when the coaches tell them to. Just things like that makes me think: is he truly the top 5 coaches in the SEC? So, am I crazy? James goes, yeah.
No, you are crazy, but I wouldn't put him in the top 5. Although, I'm racking my brain. I'm going through the Rolodex of no one knows what a Rolodex is anymore. But of the coaches, who are in the SEC, and I'm kind of going through, and I'm going, well, who would be number 5? Who would you put in at number 5? Who would be your choice to be? I
put Elko from Texas A&M in there.
Oh, that's right, Elko. You said Elko.
I just thought it's year 2. He's got him. Who else has got him in the playoffs and last forever? I mean, it's him.
Well, yeah, definitely, for sure. No, well, I mean, you want to go with a guy who's giving you results, right?
Yeah.
And I think if you look, on paper. I mean, I think definitely, I would agree with you that Elko belongs there. Before DeBoer does. I mean, I think DeBoer is a really good coach. I think it is head scratching though. The losses and listen, to give him credit, but when he does things, he does them all the way. I mean, when he loses, he does a good job.
He does a good job.
He's all in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we were mentioning some of these Alabama losses, and from an outsider's point of view, I'm not an SEC person per se, but you look at the losses that Alabama's had with DeBoer as head coach. To Michigan, as James says, Michigan's JV team in that bowl game 2 years ago.
Florida State game.
Florida State first game.
That was crazy.
Then they lose bad in the SEC championship this year, and then they go out and get crushed by Indiana.
The Oklahoma game when they had a playoff spot 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think the expectations are so high that there's not a lot of room for bad performance, and when they're bad, like you say. I mean,
they're a Jekyll and Hyde type team.
Yeah, man, oh man, that's got to even out at some point.
I still had him in my top 5. I had Clark Lee out and Elko in. I know Clark Lee's done a really good job, but if you look at his first 2 years outside of Pavia, I think he was 6-17 in the league. So that was where I kind of need more proof when Pavia moves on that he is that top 5 coach. But we're splitting hairs here.
Sure. Where would Josh Heupel fit into the equation?
That's kind of where I was going to.
Yeah.
Especially with adding Knowles and adding some people to that defensive staff, I think they're going to be a lot better. So he could creep up into that top 5 if they have a really good offensive year.
Yeah, but I think, Alabama fans, their patience is already thin. Their patience is thin pretty much 24/7. But, I mean, this third year is critical, for DeBoer to produce and I know, look, 11 wins, that's incredible. But people can't get past the losses and how bad they were and all that. Alabama fans want their teams to be competitive in every game, every single game. And that's not too great of an expectation to put on a coach.
Right.
No, it's not.
Jim brought up Eli Drinkowitz, which I thought was a great mention because, Missouri's not Georgia or Alabama. So to be able to have that success and sustain it over multiple years, you've got to give that guy credit. And he's been rumored for every major job in the country at this point.
Sure has.
Yep, totally agree. I think he's done an incredible job there.
All right, spring practice is going on. I've watched some clips, especially from your station. And the quarterback, I think we're in great shape with the quarterbacks. I like both the top. I like the true freshman, too, man. He's a good-looking kid. I think we got 3 really outstanding quarterbacks. The big question is offensive play selection. Will Alabama even try to run the ball this year? How good is the offensive line going to be? Defensively, you think they'd be pretty good. I think the back end of the defense is going to be pretty good. I think we got good edge guys. I think we got good linebacker. I'm not sure about the down linemen. But you would think Bama's defense will be better or be good. What about the offense? What about the running game? What are you hearing? Are they going to try to develop that? Or is his philosophy, let's just throw the ball every play?
Okay, well, let me tell you this. I'm a big-time anchor now here, right? I mean, huge. And so I send people to stuff, like your wonderful daughter and Johnny Condon. But yesterday, I went to a football practice. Hello, alert the media. I went to football practice yesterday. There was a media viewing, and I said I got to go down there and see this. I got to go see what's going on. Some good-looking kids. Oh my word! I mean, everybody looks a part of like a national championship contender, right? The body types and all that. Ryan Grubb is just beside himself about how horribly they ran the football last year, and how that's just got to improve. And they hired a new offensive line coach. They're going to rebuild that thing. I mean, the only guy coming back that people even recognize is Michael Carroll, but they got Ty Haywood, who they recruited heavily, before he signed with Michigan. Then he's transferred to Alabama. I think they're looking for big things from him. But whoever they come up with has got to bring back the physicality that Alabama has always prided itself on, running the football, lining up, knocking people on their butts and making them like it and running the football. And until they do that, I don't think they're going to be a national title contender. Yeah,
I'm with you. All right, let's switch gears to basketball. The lineup today, Alabama is playing, I think it's 6 o'clock. They got Ole Miss. Ole Miss is playing well right now, but I think Bama should take care of business there, right?
Well, you look at it, and Alabama's got to win, 3 games in 3 days to win the title. Obviously, their seeding is they're good. I mean, they're a solid 3 seed. Even if they lost, against Ole Miss tonight, I think they'd still be a 3. I think they've earned that on their resume. And you can look at this Ole Miss team and you can go, well, yeah, I mean, they should beat them. I mean, they're the 15th seed in the tournament. They lost 12 of their last 13 games going into the tournament. But you look at all those losses, and they were competitive in a lot of those games. They went to Auburn and beat Auburn there. They played pretty good basketball, and the last 2 nights they put it together. So while some Alabama fans may look at this and they go, well, it's Ole Miss. I mean, we beat them by 19 points a couple of weeks ago in Oxford. Well, this is a hot team right now, and it's a confident team. And now when you say hot, okay, Speaks, come on, man. They've won 2 games in a row. How hot could they be? But you look at the edge that team is playing with the last couple of nights on defense. A.J. Storrs making big buckets for him. Diaz playing well. I mean, this is a team that could knock off Alabama tonight if the Tide's not on top of their game.
I want to get your opinion on these other ones. Going in, I thought, I don't know why, I just have a gut feeling Arkansas is going to make it to the championship game in Florida. Let's look at that. The next game Bama would play if they do beat Ole Miss. You got Oklahoma at playing Arkansas. I got Arkansas in that one. That's I think a 5:30, 5:50 tip off. Who do you like in that one, Oklahoma or Arkansas?
This is very similar to the Ole Miss situation. Oklahoma is a team that struggled. I mean, they went like 0 for January or something like that. They were going to fire Porter Moser, but they've really caught fire. They got great guards. I mean, elite guards. That's going to be a great game tonight with those guards matched up against Acuff and the Hogs. I mean, I like the Hogs winning that one. I think Oklahoma has done enough, to get into the NCAA tournament. As strange as that sounds, I mean, they're like 19-14 or something like that. But that's a good basketball team. That's a game I'm really looking forward to seeing because those guards on both sides are just top notch.
Let's go to the other brackets. You got Tennessee, Vandy. I got Tennessee in this one. They go at 2:30 today. That's a home game really for Vandy, but there'll be plenty of Tennessee people there. I like Tennessee.
I like Tennessee. Ament was incredible in the second half yesterday against Auburn. He scored 17 of his 27 in the second half. He's a lottery pick. And Gillespie, when he's got his head on straight, I mean, he's a really good guard. And then they got bigs who just crash the boards and then challenge shots, defensively. So yeah, I like Tennessee getting by Vandy.
And at 12 o'clock, the Florida Gators, go Gators. They're going to play Kentucky. It's going to be like a road game for Florida, I think. Kentucky fans are going to be all over the place.
Bloodbath.
Yeah. What do you think, man? Is there any way Kentucky can pull this off? I think Florida's loaded. I like Florida to win the national championship. But what do you think, Florida, Kentucky?
When Auburn went to Florida and they beat the Gators, that not only woke up the Gators, but it really pissed them off really good. And they've been taking it out on every other SEC team from that point on. I mean, they haven't lost since then. I mean, they've won 11 games in a row. So I see them going 3 for 3 in this thing and winning the tournament because they're on a mission not only to beat teams, but just pound them into submission like every time they play. And I love the way they're playing right now. I love that front line. I think it's the best front line in college basketball right now.
All right, we got to take a break. Got Jeff Spiegel with us right here, the legend. He'll be right back. We're going to talk about the Auburn Tigers, Auburn basketball. Do they get in or don't? We'll ask Jeff what he believes. I don't think they will, but we'll ask Jeff. All right, now let's talk about something for the great people we have. Stevenson Air Conditioning, anytime, day or night. If it breaks down, give them a call. They'll be out there. They'll do an incredible job for you. Also, Brifo Braze over in Lynn Haven. Love Pat, city commissioner over there, does a great job. You're in Lynn Haven, you got to get the Brifo Braze. Watch all the games. Watch the Gators today. Have a great meal watching the Gators play Kentucky today at Brifo Braze in Lynn Haven. If you want jewelry, and who doesn't, you got a gift coming up, you got granddaughters, you want to give them something special, get to David Adams over in Lynn Haven on 77. Russ, Amber, and Patrick do an incredible job. They're buying silver, gold, I'll tell you what, some of that gold you got, Jim, give me that gold out of your teeth. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
SEC champion Florida Gators are playing hot down the stretch.
Plan for an open three. Bang, got it. What a start here for Florida.
And are poised to defend their national championship.
For a game winner, a 3-ball, yes, it's good.
Listen live on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida for every big game, every dunk, and every step of the title defense. The home of Florida Gator basketball on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Friday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. And look for the high to be 70. Tonight, there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 56. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 73. Sunday will have a high of 75 and some sun and very light rain. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. What's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha Kinney, James Jenner. We just said a minute ago, get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Go watch all the big games today. Have a great time. Drink you some ice cold beer. Great food. Great atmosphere. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Let's bring back Jeff Spiegel from the great state of Alabama. War Eagle. Hey, we had Andy on yesterday. He was, we were talking about everything, the Mississippi State game. Then we talked about the Tennessee game. The win there, we kind of thought, and Andy kind of thought the same thing. If Auburn would beat Tennessee, they would get in. They didn't. They look good now. I said, Andy, the first half against Mississippi State, I thought they didn't care. They came back and played hard. They got hot. In the first half against Tennessee, they looked pretty good. The second half, they looked terrible. What's going to happen? What's going to happen with this Auburn basketball team?
That's what you're asking me?
Yes. Yes.
I can answer that in 3 letters. N-I-T.
Yeah. Will they go? Will they accept it and go?
I think they'll accept it. I mean, the NIT, is a quality tournament, and they need. But now it all depends on, obviously, what the administrators want to do and what the team wants to do. But I tell you, man, that last 10 minutes was it was unreal how Tennessee just took the game away from them and outscored them 31-11 in the closing minutes of that game, and just said, okay, we're tired of messing with you guys. We're going to take this thing over, and they did. And Auburn does not get in, and they don't deserve to get in. People were talking about, well, our resume's a lot better than Miami of Ohio's. Well, here's the thing about Miami of Ohio. They've won 31 games. They're 31-1. And if you compare their resumes to SMU and Texas, well, they might be favorable in terms of strength of schedule, and they went to Florida and they beat Florida, but they've lost 9 of their last 12 games. I mean, that's one thing that the NCAA selection committee is not going to be able to get past. You've lost 9 of your last 12 games, and you're 18-16. That's not a resume that gets you into the NCAA tournament.
Jeff, how much patience is there for Stephen Pearl compared to what Bruce Pearl? Because it kind of surprised me when Bruce Pearl came out and said, I don't know if he was saying it tongue-in-cheek or he was really serious. Yeah, there was nepotism involved. I lobbied for his job. I mean, how's that playing down there? Is there any truth to that? I mean, are people upset about this whole thing?
Well, I think people I think there were a portion of the fan base that was excited for Stephen, to get the job. I think Stephen earned an opportunity to get a head coaching job. He's been a quality assistant coach there on Bruce's staff, with him for, 11 years. Certainly, Bruce put a lot of pressure on him by, helping him put him into that job. Here's the thing. Bruce has turned this into a program that's got expectations now. And the expectation is to get into the NCAA tournament every year. And when you miss a year, that's not good. And the fans aren't happy. And now next year, if you miss it again, well, then you're probably not going to be back for a third year. Whether you're Stephen Pearl or Stephen King or whatever your last name is, so there's a lot of expectation no matter who was going to be the coach. But the fact that you're Bruce's son, I think, increases the pressure, 2 times.
Well, you were talking about Auburn losing at the end of the year. That's going to come back and bite them. What about FSU? They're winning at the end of the year. You saw them against Duke. Coulda, woulda, shoulda won that game. Do you think FSU gets in? I'm not exactly familiar with their resume. I think playing Duke, as tough as they did, was impressive. What's their overall record?
18-14.
Yeah, 18-14.
18-15, something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of it depends on, sometimes, committees will look at the last 10 games, how you did in your last 10 games and all that. If you look, the ACC teams that I'm the most familiar with are Duke, North Carolina, and the wonderful Wahoos from Virginia. Those teams are all playing well, even though North Carolina lost yesterday, which was kind of a not a shocker. Clemson's a great team.
Yeah.
But I don't. The ACC is going to send a lot of teams for sure. FSU could be one of them.
All right, let's jump into Auburn football. My whole lifetime, I cannot remember Auburn going through a stretch like they've had, losing seasons. I think it's one of the top jobs in all of college football. They got every opportunity to win there. They're going to give you every opportunity. They got money. They can do it. Golding, I think, is going to do a great job. I said the same thing about Hugh Freeze. I was wrong. I think Golding's going to really do a good job. They got all those transfers in from South Florida. Got some good athletes coming up in there. They've always been good on the defense side of the ball. The problem's been offense recently. I think they're going to be good next year. I do think they'll get to a bowl game. I'm thinking they might win 7, 8. I think maybe 8 games next year. Hell, who knows? Maybe better than that. But they start spring football the 17th, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you hearing out of Auburn? What's your take on Auburn in his first year, his first spring practice?
Well, I mean, a lot of positivity. I mean, I think Auburn fans are looking at this as this is the hire they should have made 2 hires ago. Not that Alex Golis would have been ready 2 hires ago, to be the head coach, but in terms of making a good hire, because, they've swung and missed on the last 2. And I think Auburn fans, for the most part, think this is a good one. I mean, this is a guy who's done some good things in South Florida. We talked before about how they played Alabama tough in Tuscaloosa that year. They got a hot quarterback coming in. They probably got, one of the best transfer portal acquisitions in Byron Brown coming in. All those receivers came in with him. And so there's a really good vibe. He was here in Birmingham 2 or 3 weeks ago. The alumni is pretty excited about, where this is going. But at the same time, there's also, cautious optimism because, they've been down this road before where they felt like they had the right guy. I don't think anyone thought Brian Harsin was the right guy. But I think there was more hope when Hugh Freeze got the job that it could work out pretty well. But obviously, Hugh Freeze was more focused on his golf handicap than he was on developing quarterbacks. So, but this is a situation I think where Auburn felt like they've got the right man.
I want to go back to Harsin. It kind of surprised me that athletic director would go out on a limb and do that. He wanted his guy. He went out, and that's what they came up with. And then again, I was kind of surprised that the administration would let him do that when the money people didn't want that to happen back then. I remember this. I remember there was a lot of talk. They didn't want this guy. And I heard that they went to him and said, okay, you hire him, he better win. And look at it now. Both of them are gone.
Yeah. I don't know what Brian Harsin's up to. He was at California, and that didn't work out too well for him. And I don't know where Alan Green is. I mean, but it was one of the most. It was a bad fit. I mean, from the get-go. I mean, from the opening press conference, you could tell that he was just. I don't know. He was outside of his comfort zone, and he never really took seriously just how serious people take their football down here. And it's a religion down here, and you got to be a coach 24/7.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wanted, he had no business, he had no interest in wanting to do that. So, yeah, but I think Golish, is, I don't want to say a home run hire yet, but I think the jury's still out. You got to play football games first, as you know, but I think he's going to be good.
Where's the Iron Bowl this year? In Tuscaloosa or Auburn? I think it's in Auburn.
It's Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. They got a little tough stretch early in the season. They start with Florida Gators September 19th. They got Vanderbilt after that. They got Tennessee, Georgia, LSU, then Ole Miss. So, good luck.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, I'll help you remember this, where the Iron Bowl is every year. Even years, Tuscaloosa. Odd years, Auburn, as in 2013. Do you remember what happened in 2013?
Yes, I do. That was a
They're not keeping them off the field tonight.
That's how you remember.
Yeah,
That's how you remember.
Hey, you remember 1972? That's what it reminded me of. Punt. That was unbelievable, man. My family.
Right.
Woo, that was crazy. Hey, listen, you have a great week. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks, and might be seeing you one day pretty soon.
Well, have a great spring break.
We will, man. I'm looking forward to. Hey, real quick before you go, SEC basketball tournament. Does everybody get to go to that? I know in baseball they got everybody. So okay, I was wondering about that. I think the Big Ten does the same thing. Okay.
It's a 16-team party, yeah.
Wow. All right, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Love you. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Jeff. Jeff Spiegel, what a great guy. Wonderful man. Just like our sponsors, just like Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Jason, I want to look better, feel better. I want to get muscle mass. Should I take creatine at 69 years old?
Yeah, absolutely. Not only for muscle mass, but for energy, for cognitive functioning. I mean, if you look at the studies on taking, 10 to 15 grams of creatine a day, it helps break the brain blood barrier. So it helps with cognitive function. They've been treating dementia, Parkinson's with creatine. So it's a lot of good health benefits, not only just for being in the gym, for energy, for building muscle too. But we have a free sample bar at MaxFit. We got a number of different products, proteins, pre-workouts, amino acids, vitamins, peptides. We're one of the best sources of peptides in the Panama City. So come down, check out our free sample bar, get on our InBody 570, talk to one of our sports nutritionists about getting on a meal plan and what to eat, when to eat it. I'll be at the beach store today, 10 to 2. So if you want to come down there and talk to me directly, and I can get you in the right direction. But we have 2 great locations on 23rd Street and in Pier Park North.
I thought those pills Glenn was taking were creatine. He told me that I read the thing. They were the blue pills. They were for something else.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The ESPN ESPN Northwest Florida Big Bracket Challenge.
Hey, it's Paul. Join me, Jeff, and the Sports Blitz this Wednesday from 4 to 6 for a live remote broadcast at Lone Star Boil House. We'll have $25 crawfish trays, $2 Amberbach draft specials, college basketball, and your chance to win a $100 Lone Star Boil House gift card in the Sports Blitz Big Bracket Challenge. Join us Wednesday at Lone Star Boil House on 5th Street, downtown Panama City with 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief, from medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601, 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Welcome to It's the Coach James Hale Show.
But I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got some good report from Beth Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey's doing a lot better.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing. They shared that on Facebook.
Good for their family.
Yeah, good man. Going through difficult times, but they're doing a lot better. Last medical report was good. David Pollock, we all know him, the All-American, great player. I thought he did a great job on ESPN.
Got a good podcast if you want to still listen to him. See Ball, Get Ball.
Yeah, it's really good. Georgia legend. His wife is cancer-free.
Nice.
Yeah, it kind of remind me of Ryan. A year battle with cancer. Now she's cancer-free after her last checkup. She had surgery last spring. She was diagnosed with brain cancer. Oof. And right now things are going good. They talked about the power of prayer and appreciated all those things. But she's a beautiful young lady, and now cancer-free. So keep her to prayers. That's a great thing, man. Things are getting better. I want to talk about this. This is the Saturdays Down South, and I always tell you, I got a lot of respect for this. Anything they put out there, I think is well thought out and researched. They do a good job. I like all the stuff they do. They have the 2026 preseason AP #1 team, who they believe, and this is how it broke down. And I didn't read how they got up to the information or anything like that. Georgia, surprisingly, they're only at 3% chance to have the #1 team, preseason #1 team in the country. Number 2, I think is going to get there, and they got an easy path. They're going to be really good. They got a shot to go undefeated if they beat Miami. But Notre Dame comes in with 7% chance of being the #1 team in the country when the season starts. Next is a tie with these two teams, the defending national champs. And I will say this about Indiana. Remember the movie Hoosiers? Great movie. They need to have a movie about Indiana football, not basketball, football. A team to be that bad all those years, and what that guy did in 2 years, we might not ever see that happen again.
Probably not. I mean,
that's in my lifetime, that's probably the most amazing thing I've seen.
And Yeah, going from the worst program in D1 history to winning national championships, and not just one season. It wasn't a fluke. The year before, they weren't as good, but they were in the
good.
playoffs. The only team they lost to was Ohio State, Notre Dame. And then come back and win in 15 games, undefeated, run through the playoffs.
Was it 15 or 16?
Maybe 16.
Yeah, record.
Yeah. But to go 16-0.
Heisman Trophy player,
beat Ohio State, Miami, just a tremendous season.
3 years ago, you tell me they would beat Ohio State, even play in the Big Ten championship game. I say, there's no way. That's like Vandy. That'd be like a new coach going to Vandy in 2 years, win a national championship.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. But anyway, they're tied for third place as the preseason number one team, 21% chance. They're tied with Texas Longhorns. Texas has a great roster. They got the quarterback coming back. He has a pretty good year. He'll probably win the Heisman because of the hype they got on Texas. They got the running back from NC State, the wide receiver from Auburn, Coleman. They're loaded. I mean, they don't do it this year. When will they? And I think a lot of their boosters feel the same way. If it's not this year, when? Everything's setting up for Texas to win it all, but they come in, according to Saturday Down South, 21%, which is tied for third place. The number 2 team in the country to be here we go again, to be preseason number 1, Oregon, 25%. Every year we hear this about Oregon. Why are people so crazy about, is it their uniforms? Is it
I think it's one of those things that if I keep betting on them, I keep talking about one, sooner or later they're going to do it. They got great facilities. They're flashy. They're in the news all the time. They're entertaining to watch. And I think that's what
have they won? What have they won?
Nothing.
They won a chance to play Ohio State and Indiana the last 2 years and got absolutely blown off the field in the biggest games.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have a lot of respect for Dan Lanning and that coaching tree he came from. But at some point, that has to translate to wins on the field. And we're not talking about wins in the regular season. We're talking about wins in the playoffs when they matter.
Right.
The article that you're reading is sponsored by Nike. It's simple.
There you go.
There you go.
No, all right.
And they recruit as good as anybody. Let's be honest. They got talent. It's not
the number one with 37% chance to be the number 1 preseason team in the country is the Ohio State Buckeyes.
A lot of writers come out of Ohio State. Therefore, these polls are done.
Yeah, and look how biased they are. We got 2 in here.
This is Saturday
they
down
wear
south.
Flyers. They wear
Saturdays down south.
Tell me how many of those guys are from Ohio.
Saturdays down
It
south.
might have something to do with Jeremiah Smith.
James,
and
you
Julian
were right.
Sain.
I think you knocked out the ballpark.
I will say this: I wouldn't put them as preseason number 1. I have Notre Dame.
Well, go back. You got the best player in the country at wide receiver. Going to be the first, maybe the first pick. You got a quarterback that we talked about how good he was going to be. He had a whole year under his belt. Defensively, they're going to be good. They are always good on defense. If they just get the ball to playmakers, why not number 1?
But Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles.
Coaches.
That's true, but when you lose that type of talent and you got a team like Texas that's bringing back veteran talent at those positions, and I'm not saying they can't win. Trust me, I'm a big Ohio State fan. I have every confidence that they can, but if I'm looking on paper for this year, and I have to go through and say, okay, they lost these players, it's going to be hard to replace them. I got to see the season play out first. So I would have Notre Dame, Miami ahead of them, especially with Miami getting Mensa.
And again, now we're talking preseason number 1. We're not talking about the end of the year.
Right.
There's 2 teams you better keep an eye on as the national champs. Texas should be there, but they haven't done it. You better keep an eye on Georgia. They got the second most players coming back. They have 6 starters coming back on offense. You could add another one because he started the game. They got 8 back on defense. Georgia might win it all. The other team, you've mentioned this, you better watch out too. I didn't realize this. USC has 9 back on offense, but they only got 6 back on defense. Until he does something, I'm not going to believe it until I see it. But kind of like Penn State. I kept saying, I had Penn State winning. That's how smart I was. I had Penn State this year.
They had 3 top 10 nationally freshmen coming in. They got the number 1 recruit in the country coming in, Luke Waffle. That's a Bosa clone. Everybody in the country wanted him. He's 6'5", 265 as a freshman right now. He's already blown up in their spring practice. They really concentrated on defensive talent this year, and they got some studs on defense. I don't know if that'll play out because we've seen it before with Lincoln Riley where their offenses are really good and their defenses are really soft, but they have as much talent as anybody. They got as much money as anybody, and they've kicked their NIL into gear. We'll see how it plays out on the field. I'm still like I got to see it before I speak about it type person with USC because we've seen this story with Lincoln Riley. But to me, the team that people aren't talking about enough, and they were just in the national championship game. They added the best quarterback in the portal. They have a ton of receivers. Their running backs are back. They got Mesidor back. That defensive line somewhat intact. I mean, the defensive coordinator did a tremendous job there last year. Watch out for Miami, as much as I hate to say
Well, they just go buy what they need.
Exactly.
They go shopping.
That's the era of this college football season.
Yeah.
So when you got a super booster that's got billions of dollars and he buys whatever you want, they've got a tremendous team coming back.
All right, let's look at it this way. I don't care who's preseason number one.
No.
After the Ohio State Texas game, I put you my mortgage and my house on it. The winner of that game's will be ranked number one.
Yeah.
I would sure think so.
Yeah. That you said it's week 2. I thought it was week 1. It's week 2.
It's week two.
Week 2 at Texas.
Yeah, and I like having a week 2 game like that. You get a warm-up game against more of a cupcake that you can work on some stuff, and then week 2, at least you're hitting your stride. You're not handcuffing your quarterback or playing super conservative.
All right, let's look about who should be really good next year. This is the 2026 most returning starters in college football. There's a lot of ties at third place, all these tied teams. Let's talk about these. I'm going to start with third and go up to number 1, which I already gave you. At number 3, Texas Tech has 13 starters coming back. They have 7 back on offense. They got 6 back on defense. If they need a player, they go buy them. They're going to get in the playoffs. They're in. I think that with their
Big 12's just not very good.
They're in. Yeah,
but they're not going to be as good as last year. Jacob Rodriguez leaving, David the Bailey kid that's going to be a top 3 pick is leaving, so that's going to hurt them pretty bad. And I'm not sure how their quarterback situation is going to play out next year either. They're going to be good, but not as good as this year.
This coach needs to be good this year. I think there's some pressure on this year to do something. He got in the playoffs. He got embarrassed up in Columbus. And they got beat down bad by the national champs, Ohio State Buckeyes. Tennessee is also tied 3rd place in the country, the most returning starters with 13. They've got 8 back on offense, 5 back on defense. Offense, they've always been pretty good.
They're going to be good on offense. Their biggest issue is going to be how fast can they implement the Knowles defense, and it usually takes a while.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back and finish this up with the starters returning. And, again, they got to keep them through the next time they can transfer out. Hopefully they'll keep all these guys and we can get an idea. But right now, let's talk about some of our great people. We want to thank Jason Kowaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Newbies, John and Charlotte, always giving back to the community. Let's make sure we get out to one of their 4 locations, support them. Tell them, Coach, get in there and say, Coach sent us. Stevenson Air Conditioning, love Jason down there. Steve's Bike Shop, Steve Burdershaw, the swim coach at Moe's, is incredible. Kyle Vandergriff, we'll get Kyle back in 2 weeks. Turpro Pest Control, listen to Patrick almost every Monday. The guy's incredible. Locals taking care of locals. Cox Pools, Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Friday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. And look for the high to be 70. Tonight, there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 56. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 73. Sunday will have a high of 75 and some sun and very light rain. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
Now back to the most dangerous radio show in the Gulf Coast. Coach James Hale. He's so dangerous, he doesn't even check his eggs at the grocery store.
Danger's my middle name.
I'm bad to the bone, honey.
2 tickets to the gun show.
We're live from the J. Michaels studio on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jim Brandt, Jason Kowaleski, Big James, right here in J. Michaels Studios. Get out J. Michaels Day, have a great meal, ice cold beer, best seafood you'll get anywhere. The legendary J. Michaels. All right, let's get back. We talk about Tennessee. Again, offensively, always good. Question mark how good they've been in defense. BYU, who cares? 13 players coming back, 5 on offense, 8 on defense. I hope they don't get in. Boise State has 13 players coming back. They have 7 back on offense, 6 backs on defense. Then we got a boatload of people with 14 starters coming back. James Franklin brought some players from, and look for them to have a really good year at Virginia Tech. I really believe that. I think he's a good coach. I think this is a lot less stress on him. I think he'll do well there. I think people there are upset. Are happy that he's there.
I think he's a much better fit there. You know, Penn State's a pressure job. And, you know, he had to play Ohio State, Michigan every year, and those are the teams that he was losing. Everybody's like, his record against top 5 teams is terrible. Well, most coaches are
who else
terrible against top 5 teams. That's why they're top 5 teams. So I think he'll do really well at Virginia Tech in the ACC.
All right, Virginia Tech offensively, 8 players back, defense 6. Oregon, here we go. The Oregon Ducks. They have 14 stars coming back, 6 back on offense. Man, 8 back on defense. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good thing. Oklahoma, the Booner Sooners, 8 back on offense, only 6 back on defense. He's a defensive genius. They'll be good on defense. I don't care how many stars are coming back. Oklahoma might be pretty good this year. We'll see. Notre Dame, they're in. Mark it down now. If they're ranked in the top 12, they're in. With the schedule they play, they run college football. I don't get it. I don't know why the Big Ten SEC put up with it. I would say either join one of our leagues or we're not going to go with this. We're not going to sign off that you get in if you're ranked in the top 12. You're going to be like everybody else in the Big Ten SEC. Anyway, 14 starters back, only 6 back on offense, but they've got 8 back on defense. That's a good sign.
And they got 2 Ohio State wide receiver transfers that are going to replace some guys that left that are probably way more talented than what they had.
Right. Yeah, they're going to be good.
Graham and Porter are studs. They were 5-star.
And Freeman, he's a good coach. We got to give him. He's a really good coach.
He's developed quite a bit of talent. He was rough at the first year, but he's developed.
Watch out for this, all you SEC teams that got them scheduled. Watch out. New Mexico's going to be New Mexico. 14 stars back, 8 on offense, 6 on defense. Now, Maryland out of the Big Ten. Loxley's still there, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is a big year for him. They got 6 backs on offense, 8 back on defense. Will he be fired next year?
Probably.
The only thing that's keeping him in the fold is he recruits really well. I mean, they got Under Armour money there. They got the number 1 player in the country coming in, overall player, the defense end, Ely, very much like a Chase Young, Bosa type player. So they got some other high 4-star guys coming in on defense as well. So may save his job. Just depends on they play on offense.
And the team that they got a shot. I think they got a really good shot to win the national championship. They stay healthy. Georgia, actually, if you go look who started a game and look at it certain ways, you could say they have 17 back, but they got them down with 15. No, I'm sorry, 14. They've got 6 back on offense, 8 back on defense. Defense is going to be outstanding. The quarterback's back. USC, we already talked about them. 9 back on offense, 6 back on defense. Now, let's go to the Texas Longhorns. What do they got coming back? Texas has 12 stars coming back. They have 6 on offense and 6 on defense. They went in and plugged in the best receiver in the country. They plugged in the best running back in the country. They got money. They got oral money. There's no excuses. This is a big year for him.
Offensive line is going to tell the tale for them. It wasn't very good last year, and they struggled mightily early in the year. But if Manning continues to develop, because at the end of the year he was really good, they should have a really good year.
You're talking about Miami. Miami has 11 stars back, 4 on offense, 7 on defense. The Ohio State Buckeyes, 11 back, 8 on offense, 3 on defense. Indiana, they've got 10 coming back, 4 on offense, and only 6 on defense. Michigan Wolverines, 7 back on offense, 3 on defense. I'd rather have the big number on defense. That's just me. Ole Miss Rebels, they got 10 coming back, 5 on offense, 5 on defense. In a quarterback situation, I'm not sure. We got a caller on the phone. This guy's outstanding. Let's bring him on. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Coach. How you guys doing?
We are doing great. What do you got for us today?
Well, I'm telling you guys, you just brought up a very interesting. I was looking at this exact thing in college football. I'm trying to up my game because I haven't watched a lot of college football in recent years due to family life and stuff like that. But now that I'm in Florida, and you guys have a really strong base here, I'm trying to find a team I can put my hooks into. All right?
Roll Tide.
I don't want to, you know what? Alabama, it sounds good. It does really sound good. But my son-in-law is an Ohio State fan.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
OHIO?
Here we go.
And so I'm kind of, I want to put myself on my own, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously going to love my Huskies and my Cougars because I'm from Washington State. But if I've got to pick somebody out here talking about what you guys are talking about, there's some teams out here. I mean, Georgia's on that list.
There you go. Yeah.
You know?
If you want to be happy, go Buckeyes, go Georgia. Bama, I'm not sure we're going to be happy. I don't know.
Yeah, because, I mean, the teams that I got slated talking about the subject you did, 14 starters remain on Oregon and Georgia, you know? Mm-hmm. But the one that really interests me is Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, they won the national title.
Yep. Great coach.
A great coach, great system. They've got 13-plus returning players, of which there are probably over 10 that started.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, I mean, not having to rebuild a national championship team, and their schedule's not that bad, but I'm telling you right now, boys, it's going to be a really good year for football, and I'm really interested to see how Archie Manning pans out.
Yeah,
everybody gives him so much hype, and I'm not sold. I just not.
He has gotten better, but you should get better.
Yeah, he got better.
The longer you play, the better you're going to get. Yeah.
You know, he's in a tough league, so he's going to get lots of experience. But he needs to be able to get in that that playoff mentality and drive this team to the finish line if he wants to make his name for himself. I mean, he's got huge shoes to fill. Huge. So I don't want to put that on him. He's an individual. He's a student. And he needs to do what he can do and not worry about what his predecessors have done. So, anyway, you guys have a great show. Love your show. I feel so, at home now. Southport all the way, baby.
Nice.
Hey, you out there, Washington, you know all about that. Is DeBoer going to survive in Alabama?
Well, being that he got taken away from us, I don't know. I mean, his pedigree is good, but flipping ships like that after going to a national title, not staying with the same team and trying to build that program to go to a bigger, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was almost like they basically promised him the world. And he's like, well, I can't pass it up.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of coaches that I've been experienced with that they got offered big money, big titles, and they stayed in Washington because they wanted to be in that program.
Right.
They wanted to build that program. And that's what you need. With the portal and everything that's going on now, it is so difficult to build a student portal that's worth anything. So I've been coming up with my own solution, whether or not anybody's listening. But in high school, you got varsity letter, but you have to play a certain number of quarters.
Yeah.
If a team does not dedicate enough playing time to that player, he should be allowed to leave after his third year or in his third year.
Yeah.
Without any qualms, he can go to whatever team he wants, no waiting period, and just go. Because he needs to get playing time. Now, if you're giving that young student a lot of attention and they're getting a lot of reps and they're getting a lot of experience, now they're vested in your program. Now you make it a little harder for them to just jump ship unless they're going to the draft.
There you go. Hey, we got to take a break. Well, heck, we're out, right?
Yeah, you guys are out.
Hey, we'll talk to you in about a week, buddy. Thank you so much for calling. Bye-bye.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
All right. How much time?
Minute and a half.
Minute and a half. I had some good stuff. They had this thing broke down the best high school football in what states in the country. I'll go real quick, and we'll jump in this when we get back next week or a week after. Ohio made the list. The top three, in my opinion, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. But here is the list. Ohio, Michigan, Georgia, Texas, California, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida. Those made the list of the best high school football players in the country.
So
That's
the
where
entire country, basically. New Jersey, to me, doesn't have good football. That's why Rutgers suffers. I mean, they have no in-state recruiting base. That's a basketball state, to be honest.
They looked and saw where these 4 or 5, or these players, or they came from.
Right. But for the overall depth, like when you look at Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, Texas, California, even Ohio, you can go 30, 40 deep of D1 talent. I just don't see that in some of these states that you just named. Even Illinois is a weird state. Like Chicago doesn't produce a lot of high-end talent, even though you'd think it would. But we'll see.
Jason, Max Fit Sports Nutrition, where are you located? Where are you going to be today?
Yeah, 23rd Street, Del Coronado Village. I'll be in Pier Park North today, 10 to 2. So if you want to talk to me, come by, see me. I'll get you led in the right direction.
Have a great spring break. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We're out.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
How did you like the Savannah Bananas? From what I've seen, it's a lot of men twerking with their clothes off, shaking their butts in those tight, in their tight.
They keep their clothes on.
They got their shirts off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they take their shirts off. It looks like, to me, a baseball Magic Mike performance. I'm sorry.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Friday. Sunshine this afternoon and